Hi, I'm Frankie Jackson. I'm thrilled to have an opportunity to share my experiences, challenges, and successes in my journey to become a Chief Technology Officer in the K-12 industry. I started at the perfect time in the early 80s when Microsoft and personal computing were being introduced. It was actually my mom that said, Janine, that's my middle name, you should think about going into computers. That's going to be the up and coming thing. It was then that I decided to major in computer information systems. No one in my family had ever attended college, and I knew to be successful I was going to need an education. But unfortunately, I didn't have a plan, so I had to work my way through college. I had some terrible jobs. I was a cashier, fast food waitress, key punch operator, computer sales, quality assurance analyst, computer programmer, gaining skills all along the way. There's nothing like the school of hard knocks. After I graduated from college, I went to work as a software engineer at NASA's Johnson Space Center. I went from the bottom to the top in 10 years. I was there during the Challenger accident in 1986. In those years, NASA was looking for women that were technical and had good communications and interpersonal skills. I fit the bill and rode the wave all the way to the top of the organization. I was also trained to be a Baldrige quality examiner and landed one of the most highly esteemed positions as a program manager for safety, reliability, and quality assurance. That was one of the top 4 positions. During those years, I also married and had 3 beautiful daughters. So I got a taste of what it was like, what it took to balance a high-stress career, home, and family. It was in 1994 that I gave up my NASA career and moved over into the K-12 industry. I never looked back. I've told countless people that sending astronauts into space is not as complex or as important as keeping a school infrastructure up 100% of the time and educating, feeding, transporting, and keeping kids safe. After spending 19 years as a Chief Technology Officer at a 25,000 student school district, then moving to a mega school district as a CTO and assistant superintendent with 117,000 students, and building one of the largest smart education network design infrastructures in the nation, I can say that educational technology leadership is an amazing field, especially for women. So what were some of my challenges? Just like all of us, there were many. We all have a great story. If I had one statement for advice, it would be this: be so good that they can't ignore you. So what does that mean? I narrowed it down to just a couple of things. First, pursue every education. Pursue every certification, professional development, and networking opportunity that you can. Step up and step up with momentum. Seek out the opportunity and prepare yourself for it. I served as a president at one of the largest school business officials associations in the nation. Guess what? The first time I ran, someone else was elected. So what did I do? I stepped back and prepared and then was elected the following year. When I joined K-12, I wasn't an educator. I knew I needed additional skills. I went back and got a master's degree in instructional technology. There's no difference in our personal lives. I wanted to be the best mother that I could. I went back to college and got a bachelor's degree in holistic childcare and a PhD in metaphysics, seeking to be a mother-daughter relationship author. And by the way, published 2 books. Whatever you do, have the passion and energy. You can't fake enthusiasm. Let it shine through in all that you do. If you don't get the promotion or next level position, so be it. Maybe the timing isn't right. Don't let anyone squelch your personal vision. Second, let your vision be as big as you can dream. Have a bold dream for what you want to accomplish. Once you can see the outcome, it's easy to work backwards and add in the strategy. Saying yes to yourself along the way. Say yes to the Certified Education Technology Leadership Program. Say yes to being a CETL instructor, an ambassador. Say yes to being a volunteer. Say yes to being the very best you can be. Third, step out of your comfort zone. I'll never forget Keith Kruger, CEO of CoSN, asked me to moderate one of the conference opening sessions at the national level, and another year to close the plenary conference session. I was scared to death, but I did it. I prepared as best as I could and stepped up to the challenge when the opportunity came my way. Another example, after 25 years in K-12, I knew I had the energy to start another career, so I made a transition. I'm now able to work outside a school district and work at the state and national levels, all working to make the greatest impact in K-12 education that I can. It's never been any more important. The key is to be ambitious. It makes a difference. It changes your behavior, and you work harder to be the best. When you're the best version of yourself, you show up differently. That includes everything: your health, your dress, your skills, your attitude. Everything must be in alignment. That's when you're ready to produce and be successful. You've heard the saying before, the harder I work, the luckier I get. Well, the more talent, ability, experience, knowledge, and skills you acquire, the more successful you are, and the faster you'll get there. There's no free rides. It doesn't matter what your gender is or anything else. You can be so good in whatever you do, whatever you decide to do, that no one will ever ignore you. And here's the key: if they do ignore you, let your competency drive your behavior and actions. Nothing else matters. Believe you can do it, even when others doubt you. And never make an excuse. Your career is your career, so own it. My sincere hope is that anyone in the IT industry, regardless of their background, ethnicity, or gender, finds their unique style and gifts to break through their glass ceiling. The glass ceiling is meant to be broken. That's why it's glass. Thank you for your time.